The jungle is a wild and mysterious place, filled with grand adventures and unknown terrors. And some dingus in the dinghy chugging along telling people jokes. Point is, a lot of changes are coming to the Jungle Cruise, and I'm Chris from Orlando, a former skipper, here to run it all down for you. And before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more awesome theme parks videos. So those of you in the know that the Jungle Cruise has been broken. Literally, so many different show elements just don't work anymore, it's embarrassing. Butterflies don't move, animatronics' hands are falling off. I don't even think the hippo's ears are wiggling anymore. So this whole thing isn't a matter of wokeness is ruining Disney. Which is a bloody stupid thing to say, by the way. Why would anyone say that? And then publish it to the internet. It's going to allow Imagineering to finally get in there and fix and update things that have been needing it for a long time. But let's get on with the changes, what Disney has announced, and what that might mean for the future. First, we have this group of adventurers who quickly learn that you don't have to outrun the rhino, you just have to outrun the guy next to you. But they'll get that point in the end. This doesn't look like much, a nice little facelift to one of the most iconic scenes from the ride. A chance to get some new animatronics with some fancy new props to help them stand out more. Just a visual update more than anything. Next, we have a new scene involving a series of chimpanzees taking over a boat of that adventuring party. Okay, a few things here. First, I think it'd be cool if they used the name of one of the retired boats for the scenes, like Quango Kate. Man, I hope I pronounced that right. Kate has always been a hard name for me to pronounce. And from what I could find, this scene is supposed to take place right after the hippo pool, which is fine for Disneyland because the rhino scene and hippo pond are right next to each other, but at Disney World, there's a significant amount of time between the two scenes, and we all know that guests don't have that kind of attention span. Maybe at Disney World they'll place it where Ginger the alligator is now? Alright, fine, let's talk about the natives. This disco-loving bunch has been a subject of much controversy, with the outdated stereotypes getting more and more with every passing year. Everyone kind of agrees maybe it's time for an update, except old white guys whose opinions are obviously the only ones that matter. Point is, making this change is great in order to make sure that we aren't making fun of other people's cultures. I always tried my best to dance around that with definitely not authorized jokes, mostly singing the Indiana Jones theme song and making references to Star Wars in 1938. But I always felt things were a little uncomfortable, and I want you guys as hyped as possible for when I do the backside of water! But that was all in the initial announcement. Let's see what happened since then. First is an interview with Alberta Falls, current owner and operator of the Jungle Navigation Company, and grandfather of the famous Dr. Albert's, why do I always forget the name? Falls! Dr. Albert Falls. It explores how she first came to join the Jungle Navigation Company and even confirms her mother's name as Snow Falls, which is a nice little reference to the Jungle Cruise. The rest of the interview makes several references to the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. If you don't know about S.E.A, it's a whole thing, and I'll be covering that in a future video, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that, and be patient, I'll do it eventually. But the thing that's interesting to me is that it appears that Alberta isn't a member of S.E.A yet, which I would have thought she'd be a shoo-in, but I guess not. It also seems that the group that was chased up the pole by the rhino is her group, which makes me wonder if we'll see Alberta out in the jungle. And finally today, a new announcement. Recently, a bunch of people have been freaking out because Trader Sam went missing, and I was like, calm down, guys. It's probably just because he's broken. And then they put a giant net over his area, so I was like, oh, so it's serious then. Clearly, someone caught on to, hey, maybe we shouldn't be telling cannibal jokes at Disney, and Sam got the boot. Except maybe not, because it appears he's expanding his business. Turns out, he learned that the best place to open a gift shop is at the end of the ride. I'm personally thrilled by this because I've had to vamp in front of Sam for so long waiting to pull into the unload dock, and this new shop will certainly unlock a whole new world of possible jokes. However, there's one very important thing I'm noticing isn't in this concept art, and that's Sam himself. Yeah, it has his name on it, but we don't see the head salesman of the jungle. This is most likely because they're still finalizing his final design and oh no, they're basing it off the Jungle Cruise movie, aren't they? No, Disney, we don't even know if it's good! And that's all of the currently announced changes to the Jungle Cruise. What do you think? Will these changes help make a whole new generation fall in love with adventure? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button while you're down there to help spread the word. I'm Chris from Orlando, if you enjoyed this video at least. If you didn't enjoy this video, I'm Kenny and this has been Space Mountain. Take care y'all, one love, don't hurt nobody.